troubles before you I pour, for I am overwhelmed and so desperately alone, never knowing which way to turn. Only you know all the traps they set before me. Is there no one out there can help me? Is there no one who cares what happens to me? So I pray to you, oh Lord. Only you are the rock that can hide me. Only you can keep me safe. Please stay beside me. Hear my cry, oh my God, for I am very low. Come and rescue me from all my foes. Come, Lord, deliver me. Come, Lord, deliver me.
So David remained in darkness and isolation, praying for deliverance. Then something happened. Never in his wildest imaginings would he have anticipated what happened next, what God had in store for him. Well, it happened slowly, and as word filtered through Israel that he was hiding out in the cave of Adullam, people began to join him there, escaping the oppression and the madness of Saul. Let's listen to how it all unfolded.
First appearing on the scene was David's family. The brothers who had shunned him now saw his covenant. One by one they joined him, a band of malcontents, a people bruised and suffering, bowed down and deep distress.
What is this deliverance surrounding me with beasts, with men whose tongues are sharp as swords, whose hearts have known no peace?
Soon a mighty army with David at its head sprang up in the wilderness, 400 desperate men. So under careful leadership and far away from Saul, these angry men of Israel, they trained and made their own.
game of cat and mouse between Saul and David that lasted many years. David and his band of warriors moved through the hills in search of new hiding places, and eventually they returned to the land of Judah. One day, news came to David that the Philistines were robbing the threshing floors at Keilah. So David prayed for instruction.
What should I do, Lord? Should I attack them?
Yes, David, go. Go and save Keilah. I will protect you. This you should know.
Why should we go to Keilah to fight the Philistine army? Oh, David, it's not realistic to leave ourselves open to this. Lord, you have heard them. What should I do now?
Go, David, go.
So on the promise, David went down and 600 men in tow.
Good, now I've got him delivered to me. Trapped in the city, he will not go free. Lord God of Israel, I know there's a plan for Saul to take Keilah. He knows where I am. Will they betray me, the people of Keilah?
Yes, David, they will.
And is he coming to get me?
Yes, he will come. Saul, he will come.
David left Keilah, went with his soldiers back to the wilderness. Saul was so angry, thought he would get him. He cut him down. David would not be found.
David now lived in the hill country of Ziph. Saul hunted him day after day, but never found him. But Prince Jonathan found him, and he met him at Horish.
Don't be afraid, David, for my father will never find you. You'll be the next king of Israel, and I'll be next in line to you, as father is well aware. Do you remember our promise?
I swear before the Lord Almighty that I will remain faithful to the family of Jonathan and demonstrate the love and kindness of the Lord to him and to his children, or be forever cursed till I break this promise.
Now the men of Ziph, they went to Saul and said, we know where he's hiding in the caves of Machpelah Hill. Come on down, my Lord, we'll catch him there for you. And you'll see your fondest wish will be fulfilled.
Praise the Lord, at last someone has pitied me. A check again, who saw him last? This man, he is crafty.
But when David heard that Saul was on his way to Ziph, he and his men went further in the wilderness. Saul began a closing in, there was no escape. Try
Rest easy, Saul. I have already made that promise.
So Saul retreated with his life, and David and his men continued to live in the caves of En-Gedi. Well, shortly afterwards, Samuel died, and all of Israel gathered for his funeral. Meanwhile, David and his followers moved camp and went down to the wilderness of Paran. David did not altogether trust that Saul would not come after him again, so he needed to put as much distance between them as he possibly could. Well, there was a wealthy man from Moan who ran 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats near the village of Carmel, and it was time for shearing. The man's name was Nabal, and a churlish, uncouth sort of a man he was, though his wife, Abigail, was very beautiful and intelligent. And when David heard that Nabal was shearing, he sent some of his men with a message.
Greetings from David, son of Jesse, to you and your family. God's richest blessings be upon you, prosper abundantly. I'm sure you know when in the desert your shepherds we did not harm, but kept a watchful eye upon them as if they were our own. Ask your young men, and they will tell you whether or not it's true. Now all we ask is a small donation, food for our hungry crew.
Who is this David, son of Jesse? Who does he think he is? I know of slaves who leave their masters. Isn't he one of these? Tell me, why should I give my bread and water and meat to a runaway slave? Why should I give up anything to a bunch of outlaws and thieves?
Give me my sword! I'm a score to settle!
David was so incensed. So with a troop of all about 400 headed for Carmel himself. The wonderful slave has told the story of Abigail.
Mistress, your husband was very foolish, insulting this man this way. So we'd better think fast, for there's trouble brewing. David is coming this way. What can we do to apprehend him? Mistress will rule this day. You go ahead and I will follow. I have a plan I can use. Hurry, there's no time to lose.
Well, Abigail swiftly began loading 2 donkeys with as much food and grain as she could find. Without telling her husband, she headed for the trail that led out of Carmel. She saw the troop in the distance and her loyal slave talking and gesturing to the lead horseman. She saw him dismount. By this time, her legs were shaking by the time she reached them, and she sank down on the dust before him.
We protect Nabal's flocks, and all we get are insults. May God curse me if even one of Nabal's men remain alive by tomorrow morning.
Please,
Listen to me, my lord. I accept all blame in this matter. Nabal is just an ignorant fool, as his name suggests. I did not see the troops you sent.
Forgive me, my Lord, for the boldness I show, and I pray that your vengeance be thwarted. May a curse be upon all of your enemies. Now please accept the gifts I bring. The Lord will reward you with royalty for the battles you fight are for Him. Even when you are chased by those who seek your life, you'll be safe in the care of the Lord. And when He has made you the promised king, your conscience will be free. Then please remember me.
Rise, woman. Bless the Lord God of Israel, who has sent you to meet me today. For I swear, if you had not come, not one of Nabal's men would be alive by tomorrow morning. I accept your gifts. Now go. You and your household will be safe, I promise.
Thank you, my lord.
So Abigail returned home to tell Nabal that for the moment he was safe, and David returned to his camp in the hills. Sometime later, one of his men, Abishai, returned from Carmel with this news.
My lord, I have news from Carmel. Nabal is dead.
Dead? By what means?
Well, it seems that when his wife told him that he would spare his miserable life, he collapsed and lay paralysed for many days before finally dying. It's very strange indeed, my lord.
Oh, not so strange, Abishai. He has been punished, but not by my hand. Now I want you to return to Carmel and speak with his widow, the mistress, Abigail. I want you to tell her that I wish to speak to her about marriage.
Marriage, my lord?
Oh, she would be good for this band of ne'er-do-wells, including myself. Besides, my wife, Michal, has been taken from me and given to another.
And what if she says no, my lord?
Then I'll just have to go to Carmel myself.
Well, Abigail did not say no. In fact, she quickly gathered her things together and, taking 5 of her serving maids, she followed Abishai back to the camp in the hills. Meanwhile, she'd not lost track, Saul had not lost track of David's movements, and one day received this message.
Once again the men as if they went to Saul and said, "We know where he's hiding in the caves of Hakilah Hill." Saul took his troops and went to track him down, carrying in the wilderness where David
Don't kill him. For who can remain innocent after attacking the Lord's chosen king? One day, he will die, but not at my hands. Now, let's get out of here.
Wake up! Who is it?
Well, Abner, aren't you a great fellow? Where in all of Israel is there anyone as wonderful? Why weren't you guarding your master when someone came to kill him? You ought to die for your carelessness. Where's the king's spear and jug of water that were beside him? Look and see.
Is that you, my son David?
Yes, sir, it is. Why do you keep chasing me? If the Lord has stirred you up against me, then let him accept my peace offering. You have driven me from my home. You've sent me away to worship heathen gods. Why then do you come out to hunt my life like a partridge on the mountain?
I have done wrong. Come back home, my son, and I'll no longer try to harm you, for once again you've saved my life. I've been a fool, and very, very wrong.
Here is your spear, sir. Let one of your men come and get it. The Lord has his own reward for loyalty, and I refuse to kill you, even when you were in my power. May the Lord save my life, just as I have saved yours today. May he protect me from all the troubles that surround me.
Blessings on you, my son David, for you shall do heroic deeds and be a great conqueror. You shall indeed be a great conqueror.
So Saul retreated and David went back to his camp, but he knew that Saul would not give up the chase. Then the Philistines began mustering their armies for yet another war with Israel. They set up their camp at Shunem, and Saul and the armies of Israel were at Gilboa. When Saul saw the vastness of the Philistine army, he was frantic with fear, and he instructed his aides to find him a medium so that he could ask what to do. Well, they found one, and Saul disguised himself and he went to see her. He arrived at her home in the dead of night, accompanied by one of his men.
Well, what do you want?
I need to talk to a dead man. Can you bring his spirit up?
Are you trying to get me killed? You know Saul has had all mediums and fortune tellers put to death. You're spying on me.
No, I swear I'm not. Please help me.
Who do you want?
Bring me Samuel.
You seek to trap me. You are Saul.
Don't be frightened. What do you see?
I see a spirit rising out of the earth.
What does it look like?
It's an old man, dressed in a robe.
It must be Samuel.
Why have you brought me back?